We just unlocked the vampire and stick it to the Stickman. And it's one of the craziest characters as it totally remakes the game and changes everything we knew. We don't go for combo anymore, we have to gather blood. And if we stop killing our enemies and draining their blood, then we'll die quicker over time. So let's see if we can't get any vampiric abilities. I'm not seeing anything, but Pounce Upon Your Foe is a pretty good one based off the Batman run that we did most recently, and we just got another Vampire Leap, so that gives us 2. Now we're in the night shift because that's the only place you can use the vampire. So the enemies are a lot more tricky. Oh my gosh. I just like destroyed that. So do we want the piggy bank, the time thief, or the bat flex? Ooh, bat flex, drink their blood. We definitely want that. Wait, we already had that. I guess we kept it. And our special ability just gets us even more blood. But look at that dude like just draining out right there. But yeah, look at the little white bar. Okay, so we can do vampire leap to vampire teleport. We're gonna check that one out. But basically, as the white bar goes down, we lose, I believe it's 2 levels of blood, unless we refresh it. But it's sort of easy for us to refresh it right now. As long as we keep fighting and keep biting, then I think we've got a pretty good chance of winning a round as the vampire. But you gotta remember that the night shift is incredibly dangerous. The enemies are stronger and they're a lot more weird, man. They're just like, and they have a lot more hit points than those in the day shift. I feel like it's even harder than the $15 wage rate. Okay, so with this, stay in overtime for longer, chance for coworkers to show respect, or we could increase all the punch damage. We do have a few punch abilities, but I feel like staying in overtime for longer would help us survive if our health drops quite a considerable bit. And you'll notice, yeah, like, look, the blood is draining. We just went from 22 to 19. And I love the vengeance ability. The Batman run was probably one of my favorite runs in this entire game that we've done so far. And we have played quite a bit of this game. So we just went up to 34 blood. Yeah, I feel like with our special abilities, so long as we keep powering it up, we're not gonna have too much of an issue. That's not to say it can't happen. It's not like we lose the combo meter. Okay, so we go from Vampire Leap to Vampire Teleport to Blood Explosion. There's Force Choke, we know what that does. Most of these are known commodities, except for the Blood Explosion. So I wanna see that. We're gonna go down a floor and cycle through some moves here. And then here's the Blood Explosion. And they stopped it. How anticlimactic is that? And I guess we can drain the blood from an angel, so that's interesting. I wasn't expecting that. Stronger punches or more health? We'll take more health. Wait, there's an enemy. All right, let's try the blood explosion on this thing. How much did we generate? Was it 2 levels of blood? I guess we're harvesting it. That is one of the resources. Uh-oh, this is blocking my path. Okay, we were fortunately able to break it because physics was definitely not my friend at that moment in time. All right, so our first boss in the night shift here is the ghost. Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I destroyed a ghost and basically broke it into like some giant gelatinous piece of putty in about 3 moves. So this is interesting. How did the skeletons work? I couldn't pick him up. And I can make it bleed. No, he's making me bleed. He was making me bleed. How interesting. And our blood meter is at like 50 right now. I still think that there needs to be a necromancer type character in this game. And that kind of has me thinking now. What would be like, out of all the characters available, I still feel like there's endless more options in terms of what they could put into this game. So I'm curious what you would like to see, like what character? Because after seeing the skeleton model, which is only in like a few brief levels, I think it'd be really cool to see a necromancer. All right, so we got a boss. And, oh, he must be above us because he didn't activate. Oh, it's Freddy Krueger. Is Freddy Krueger the one with the hook? Or is that like, who's the bad guy from I Know What You Did Last Summer? Like, what's his name? Because I guess he had a hook. Oh my god. Okay, I thought we ended his entire existence right there. Wow. That move took off more than half of his life. So with 3 to 4 moves, once again, Vampire is stealing the show here. Vengeance. All right, we got to get this. Oh, look, and these are zombies for sure. Those are 100% zombies. So we need the ones that do the blood because the blood is the life force of the vampire. Okay, the blood is definitely a weakness because they can hit me while I'm doing that. Yeah, I've actually... And technically I'm absorbing like the life force of zombies. And is it healing us? Okay, that's pretty cool. By doing that, they start bleeding. Whoa, what was that green goop that just popped out and went into the angel? There's some weird stuff going on in this game. Earn XP every time you're hit. We don't really want to get hit. Heal when you land a hit in overtime. Chance to earn money when you are hit. Okay, so everything has to do with us getting hit. Except for this one, which is based off hitting. Heal when you land a hit in overtime. That gives us a chance. If we drop down past 1 health, we go into overtime. So that would actually allow us to come out of overtime and heal up. Level 72. Okay, that is out of a horror movie. I basically like lunged at that dude, started sucking his blood, and then we both fell out the window. So if you're that person, you're just like, man, the last moments of my life are absolute terrible. And there's still a ghost like stuck under a chair that we have to dispatch. There we go. And I jumped out. All right, so who's the boss on this one? Oh, it's the scientist with the gas mask. Whoa. I still, you know what? I would love a special room or a special like option to delete moves. I think that's the only thing that we're missing right now. All right, and I definitely need a more powerful attack. And Strangle is actually turning into a liability, so we need to make that into its most powerful one as soon as we can, I think. Drink the coffee, get up to 9 health. Not a lot of health. If we do extra rerolls, and then we get the one where you can heal on rerolls, we're pretty much set, but it's pretty much hoping for the best. Okay, wow. 2 to 3 bites, the dude was dead. We did Vengeance and double Vampire Bite, and it was over. Okay, now we're talking. All right, so we're gonna turn Force Choke into Levitate objects and turn our greatest liability into potentially one of our greatest strengths. 85 blood and make that 96. Okay, someone's got some exploding heads. What's with those workers? Why do they have exploding heads? And we could turn Karate Chop into a very, very powerful punching device. So I think that would be wise. Oh, we got food. There's food in the microwaves now. Oh my gosh, I just teleported up. Vengeance. And by vengeing him, if we could like do a vengeance where we then knock them out the window, that's awesome. I mean, I would love to see it. We haven't pulled it off just yet. So by levitating objects, we also levitate enemies. Bam! All right, we are ready to level up a move or level up a promotion. Let's do increased punch damage. I wonder if the vampire is too powerful. We'll see when we get to the ninja. Okay. Yeah, the double bite queuing up is wildly powerful. And does that make everybody on the floor bleed when you use your special? All right, so this is the double bite. Oh, if you can pull it off. Wow. Did you see how much health we just lost? These guys are no joke. Okay, I'm in overtime. Wow. That's kind of scary. I think we need to make... Dodge roll is too bad right now. We need to turn that where we're getting into a black hole. All right, we got all the money, but now the SWAT people are coming. Okay, that worked out very well. But now we got sleeping zombies up here. And we're back up to 10 health. How? I don't know. Some of you astute observers need to tell me. Oh, dude, when you levitate them out the window? Oh, that was satisfying. Yeah, we went from like basically overtime where you're about to die to not dying. And in fact, okay, now we just lost a lot of health again. All right, we're gonna go nothing personal, so we zip by and hopefully like create just an explosion. And we'll do karate strike into 100 palm punch. Remember, we did upgrade our punching abilities. All right, so we got him bleeding first. Yeah, all right, this guy is definitely stronger than his predecessors. He survived both of the biting moves, and then we queued up actually through, I think it was 100 punches that ended up destroying him. Reduce any damage by more than one. Yeah, we love that. And then we'll do the fast track to double XP and take all this cash money. Gosh. That one punch man move is pretty incredible. So now I think we'll do another blood explosion. We've got 2 of them. What a name for a move. Oh yeah, this is my my blood explosion move. The arbiter. All right, so this is the boss. So how does the boss do?
Prepare to get fired.
I don't want to get fired, bruh. Vengeance. He stopped me? All right, we did a double bite. He's definitely still in it. And I just fell off. Dude, just look at this. I don't... What? We broke the game again. Where is he? Oh, this is like where the... I feel like whoever's the boss of the night shift is like a Cthulhu-esque cosmic horror. Wow, that just took away half our health? Oh no, I missed my punch. All right, I gotta wait for my punch. He's bleeding, he lost a little bit of health. That was glorious. And there it is. We basically fly right through the dude and cleave him in 2. And as a result, we've got our first playthrough with the vampire and our first victory. And $318,000 for upgrades. So we're still waiting on for the next update, which should go all the way to the Rise of the Machines. Or maybe it's I need more than 2,600. We need to go to 3,000, I think. But we can purchase the energy drinks, or we could opt for some cage fight upgrades. I mean, I don't see why not. The next update we need, upgrade rather, is we need to shoot this gun 360 times or kill a bunch of ghosts, because then we could get the cultist, and maybe then we could find out what's going on with the like demonic voice at the end. And we've also got the cowboy, but we would need to shoot lots of guns. Thanks for watching another episode of Sticking to the Stickman. Pull the trigger on the like button if you want to see more and what build we should try next. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.